Hey y'all, it's Anna again. It's day 6 of the 21-day video challenge, and today I'm coming to you from my bedroom because I love sitting in this chair in the corner and looking out at the ocean, and I wanted to share a little piece of that with y'all today. And now you kind of have a good idea about why I wanted to move here so badly, because pretty much get to look at that every single day, and it's awesome. So today we're going to talk about law number 6 of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, and that is the law of solid ground. And the law of solid ground basically says that trust is the foundation of leadership, and that character is really what makes trust possible. So if you want to be a good leader, you really have to examine your character and see if people trust you. And how do you know if people trust you? Well, do they openly share things with you? Are you the person they come to when there's something wrong? Are people scared to tell you the truth? Or do they readily come and tell you before things get too late? John talks about trust being like change in a leader's pocket. He says that every leadership decision that we make, we can earn change or lose change. So if we make a good decision, then we're getting some more change in our pocket. And that if we make a bad decision as a leader, then we pay out some of our change to the people that follow us. And that we all have a certain amount of change when we start out in our leadership position. And when we run out of change, that's when we're out as the leader. So really, character or trust is really just about ethics. It's about how do you act on the inside. It's not about how you look on the outside or what your position or title is, whether you're a good leader or not. It's really about who you are as a person, not about what you do as a title or for your job. And we've seen so many leaders in the last couple of years in American business lose trust of their followers, lose trust of their employees. We've had huge scandals. It's almost like it's the norm to not be able to trust people in leadership positions or big companies. And that's really sad to me, that we've become so jaded, and that the normal is to not have ethics in business, which there's really no business ethics. It's all ethics. Whether you're an ethical person at home, at church, in your community, in business, it's all the same. You're an ethical person or you're not. And part of being an ethical person means that you have integrity, that you're consistent, that you're honest with people, even when it's something that you really don't want to own up to. You know, even if it's bad news, we still need to tell the truth. Being authentic is a good sign of being a leader of character. Being able to be yourself and not try to put up a front or be fake. And then just following through and doing what you said you're going to do. There's nothing that makes me lose trust in somebody more than them not doing what they said they were going to do. Because people can say anything. I mean, it's very easy to make up a story or to say that you're going to do something. It's a lot harder to actually do it. And I say this with my own personal life too. You know, it's hard. It's harder to follow through what you say. I keep promises to other people more than I keep them to myself. We'll put it that way. I'm specifically thinking of things like exercising and eating healthy and that kind of stuff, where I say I'm going to do something and I'm stick with it for a little bit, and then I might fall off the wagon. But being consistent in the promises that we make and keep to ourselves and other people is a sign of a good leader as well. And so I want you to think about what it is that maybe there's a situation where you lost trust with someone. And if it's a relationship that's important to you, go back to that person and try to make it right. Ask what you can do to regain their trust, how you can prove to them that you are trustworthy and you're worthy of them being in your life and being able to trust you. It's hard, it takes time, it's not easy. But it's worth it if the relationship is worth it to you. So in your personal and professional life, if there's an instance where maybe you've lost trust with someone, think about ways that you can make it right. And then also think about ways that you can always be building trust, because trust is kind of a commodity, like we talked about with the change. It's not something that you do once and then it goes away. You have to build it over time. You have to maintain it over time. It's like telling your husband or wife or kids that you love them one time and then never saying it again. That's kind of like, okay, you don't really remember it. I mean, you remember, but you have to show it over time. And trust is the same way. You have to show it consistently. You have to be trustworthy over time. And there's a really good book written by Stephen Covey called The Speed of Trust that I highly recommend. And another book by Patrick Lencioni called The Five Dysfunctions of a Team that really talks about trust being the foundation for teamwork. I use it in team building activities with my clients all the time, and it's one of the best resources out there about trust on teams. And so those will be some of my recommendations that if this is a topic that you're interested in, that you go out and check those out. You can also look at more on this on my blog at annamarieolson.com/blog. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.